All right, guys, this is Coach Thomas with your tutorial on how to enter your scores for your off-season workout, okay? You can access the Google document through your cell phone or through an app, a laptop by either using Safari, your web browser, whatever the case is. You can also download the app, Google Sheets, and download the Excel spreadsheet app. And you'll be able to access it there. The only thing that you'll need is you'll need a Gmail account for an email to input, okay? So all you're going to do is you're going to open your web browser. You're going to go ahead and paste the link that I sent to you guys into your web browser, okay? And it's going to take you right to the Google Doc, okay? Now you're going to go ahead and find your name, okay? So let's just say I'm going to scroll down here. And here's my name. This is my day. Okay, today's the 17th. All right, I'm going to go ahead and record my shots. My first shot is elbow shooting, 25 from the right, 25 from the left, okay? So I've shot my 50 elbow shots, and let's say I made 45. All right, that's the only thing I want to enter on that. All right, then I'm going to go ahead, find my 5 spot. I'm going to go ahead and put, out of 50, let's say I made 40. My 5 spot threes, let's say I made 35. My 5 spot threes with the pump fake, let's say I made 35 again. Then I shoot my free throws out of 25. Let's say I hit 20. Let's say my twos off the pick and roll out of the 50. Let's go ahead and say I hit 35. My free throws again, let's say I hit 20. Trying to do some easy numbers right here just so you guys can see the math equations. Threes off the pick and roll. Let's go ahead out of the 50. Let's say I made 25, so half of them. My free throws, let's say I made 15 on this one. And then my layup series on the right-hand side, let's say I made 40. My free throws again, let's say I hit 20 this time, and then again 40 with my left-handed layups. And so what this Google Sheet is going to do is it calculates your weekly score down right here at the bottom. So for the week, it says I've made 45 elbow shooting, okay? Then 40, so on and so forth, all the way down the end. But then on this side over here that you can see, you'll see that it calculated out of the 100 minimum free throws that I shot, all right, I made 75, okay? Then down at the end right here, it'll show that I made 75% of my shots. Then the next thing it'll calculate is a total of your shots. So out of the 400 shots minus the free throws, I made 295 out of 400, all right? And then you'll see my percentage here. I shot 74%. Then down over here, I'll see everything I shot from 2-point. So from 2-point land, I shot 250 shots. I made 200, so I shot 80%. All right. Then from 3, I made 95 out of 150. Down right here, it shows you I'm at 63%. And then my total, doesn't matter if it's a free throw, twos, threes, doesn't matter. Everything from all the shots that I got up for the entire day, I shot 500 minimum. So that says for the day, I shot 74%. Then at the bottom, it gives you your weekly total. So for the weekly total, you can see right now I have 11%, 11%, 11%, 9%, 11% down right here, okay? So the way this works is the attempts are already at your minimum, okay? Are already at your minimum. So let's go ahead and play with this. So let's say I shoot tomorrow, all right? And I shoot instead of, let's say I'm going to enter the exact same makes. So 45, 40, 35, 35, 20, 35, 20, 25, 15, 40, 20, 40. But let's just say that my attempts were different. So instead of 100 free throws, let's say I shot 200. I'm going to change that number and nothing else, okay? And it'll calculate for me. Then let's go ahead, the total shots between twos and threes, my field goal percentage. Let's say I shot 500 of those. So I'm going to change that number. Of all the twos, let's say I added 50. So I added 50 3-pointers, or excuse me, 2-pointers. So I'm going to put 300 there. I'm going to replace that total because I didn't shoot 250. I shot 300. Then for threes, I shot an extra 50. So that's out of 200. And so now I'm going to add my totals right here. So 200 plus 5 is 700 is 1,000. Excuse me, yeah, is 1,000 plus here. So I shot for the day, let's just say I shot 1,200 shots. Now it's going to be hard for someone to do that, but let's just say for the sake of it, you'll see. Then you'll see that my percentages changed. So even though I inputted the same scores, my attempts were different. So now it shows I shot 38%, I shot 39%, then I shot 67%, 48%, and 31 for the total, okay? Then down at the bottom, it'll change my weekly totals. It changed my total amount, it changed my percentages. So I went up, I believe it was at around 11 and 9%. I went up in my shooting percentages because I add more totals. Now let's go ahead and say that the following day on the 19th, which is Wednesday, I did not shoot, okay? Now I need to still go into my sheet and change my totals, but because I didn't shoot. So let's say right here we're at attempts. I'm going to change that to 0. Attempts 0. Attempts 0. Attempts 0. Attempts 0. Now it's going to change this right here. You can see that it's an error. Okay, that's because you can't divide 0 by 0. So that's what that's telling me. It's an error. That's okay. Just let it be, because all it did was change your totals, and this is the number right here down at the bottom that matters. Okay, that's the number that matters. Okay, so then I'm going to look down here, and this will tell me down right here, this will tell me the amounts that I shot for the month. So from June 16th to June 29th, it'll tell me what I shot. So for the month, I'm shooting 11%, 11%, 12%, 10%, 10%, right? Then I scroll down even more, down to the very bottom. It'll show me what I've shot for the summer. So for the summer, with the minimums, with the attempts put in there, 2%, 2%, 3%, 2%, 2%. That will go up as I continue to add scores. Does that make sense? So those numbers will go up. So don't worry about the summer one for right now, because we'll know by the time you get on campus on August 17th, we'll know what your summer totals are. Okay, that's when that amount will matter. So the one thing you need to know about a Google document is it's that all these little squares are called cells. All these cells have formulas in there that I've already made for you guys, so you guys don't have to do it. There's one way to screw up a cell, and that's by entering a letter. So I entered J here instead of whatever, or let's just say I decided to say skipped because I skipped this drill for whatever reason. You shouldn't skip them. Let's say I did there. Now what happens is because I entered letters, it screws up everything in here. See, it says value. That's because skipped is not a value. It's not a number. So I have to enter a number. So in here, I put 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Whatever you do, put numbers. Don't put letters because it goes here. Okay? Does that make sense? So it's fairly easy. You go online to the Google Doc sheet. You cut and paste your link, you go to your name, and you input your scores for that day. Each row is a score. Pay attention. It's right here, okay? June 16th, that was yesterday, Sunday. That's where you'll enter those scores. 17th, here. For the week, you will be required a weekly minimum of at least 2,500 shots. That's 500 shots for 5 days, 5 different days. All right, that's just the minimum. If you want to be a part of what we're going to have is a shooters club. If you want to be a part of the shooters club, you're going to have to shoot over the summer 24,000 shots, 25,000, and 26,000 to get on the plaque. Okay, the minimum right now is 22,500 for the summer. Okay, so the one thing we also get is what I've had guys do before is they don't work out and they come in here and they fill out their Google Doc sheet. Okay, so the one thing that you need to do, you need to remember is down right here at the bottom, it calculates my summer totals. So my averages will be down here. Let's say my averages say 95, 95, 95, 95, because all I did was went in there and I inserted scores. When you come back for the summer, you get on campus, you're going to do this workout with the coaches. You have to shoot within your average. So let's say right here, I put for the summer, I shot 95%, and you shoot 50%. Well, I will know that you were lying because you didn't. There's no way you can drop that much of an average. So make sure you're doing the workouts. You're inserting the scores. If you don't do it, I will be able to see because these will all be blank. So for like next week, if I don't do anything, these will all be blank and I'll be able to see that. Okay. And it's going to screw up your averages. So you got to make sure you're getting your shots up. The other thing that you need to remember is all your teammates can see this. So if I'm a good teammate, I'm going to scroll through everybody's names to make sure they're getting their shots up. So let's say all I shot was right here. I shot these, let's say 1,500 shots. Well, I know that my teammate right here only shot 1,500 when the minimum is 25. I'm going to shoot that dude a text and be like, bro, you got to get your shots up if we're trying to be good. All right. You got to hold each other accountable. So that's all you need to know for the Google Doc sheet. Make sure you put in numbers only and no letters, and always change your attempts to the actual attempts that you shot. All right. You guys have a good one. We'll see you soon.